This video we're going to look at NC State and their big win against Clemson. A lot of teams now have a shot at the ACC. We'll take a look at a few things NC State did to get them over the hump and get a big win against Clemson and put themselves in a good position to compete for ACC championship. First play we're going to look at is NC State's game-winning touchdown in the second overtime. Right here on this you can see they're in 20 personnel, 6-man box. It's a 2nd and 7 right here, so medium down distance. Looks like too high a look. He's eyeballing that fullback. So as we play it, see exactly what takes place. So with the 7-man pro, they're obviously trying to take a shot here. His eyes go automatically to the single. As you can see what's happening down here, you get a bubble. Right here he's stuttering, and he goes, this is the guy that eventually catches his touchdown, but we'll look at it a little bit more in depth. So looks off, not sure exactly what's going on out there to the single. Then he gets his eyes backside. Great protection right here they got all day. They're mauling this cat. He's on the ground. He's getting absolutely rolled up right there by a couple guys. But great pro, should be with 7-man. Saves her low. He releases this ball. It's taking a little while to get the ball out, but right there, lays it out there. 2nd and 7, so you want to make sure you give your guy a chance or nobody a chance. And right there, really good spot, really good adjustment to the ball. Great catch. This angle here shows how great a catch this is. So right here you can see he sees it. He opens his hips up. Good ball away from the defender. Our guy's going to get it to nobody, and then we'll go to 3rd and 7 if we don't complete it. But great job. He gets his hands underneath it. Obviously, he got a little bit of space there in the end zone, cradles it, and then trying to turn that thing away from the ground so that it's definitely not going to touch the ground. So great catch right there. Great job putting it away from the defender, giving this guy opportunity. Taking a shot. They had a 7-man protection. Not exactly sure which route they had up top, but then they had a bubble and go there at the bottom. Threw it up to their big receiver, and he made a play for him right there. Allowed him to get that win against Clemson. This concept NC State ran quite a bit in this game, and I would love to get a little bit more information on it. If you guys know a little bit, I'd love to hear from you. Right here, they're in 20 personnel. They've got these guys squeezed down pretty tight there to the boundary, and they're just running split zone to the right. He's coming across. He's blocking right there, so it's downhill. And what these guys end up running is they run a little bit of a stick here. So they've got an out, and they've got that stick working behind that linebacker right here. Not sure if it's RPO, if it's just a call, but for what I'm seeing, these guys are really getting a good double team. They're working downfield, so I'd say this is an RPO. Not sure what they're reading here, but obviously when this corner backs up, unless this safety just rolls directly down to it, there's going to be 2-on-1 on that outside backer right there, and that's what they get. So right there, whether he's reading his corner, making sure that he's backed up, gets the pull. Now he's got a stick to the arrow, and right there he gets it, puts it right on his body, getting vertical with that much space, gets a first down right there early in the game to keep the chains moving. And we'll look at a few more clips of this, but we'll look at it one more time. Again, I assume they're looking at the corner. Corner plays off. They're 2-on-1. A lot of space right there. Puts it on his body. Gets a nice, easy first down for NC State. Here's the same concept again. Still going split zone right there, coming downhill. There's an arrow. There's the stick. Again, as it's played, you can see there goes the outside linebacker. They actually rolled the safety down into the box, and he's stepping in for the run as well. So right there, 2-on-1 right there on the outside backer. Again, puts it on his face. First down right there. Still in the first quarter. So this is the second time they've ran it in this quarter, and we're able to take advantage of the outside backer. Again, inside zone with that stick. Works all the way around him so you can't see both of them. There's the arrow. If he would have stood right there, flip it out there, let him get as many yards right there on that arrow. But flips it to him. Great job. Just drop stepping and getting vertical right there for a big gain for NC State. This play right here, NC State actually motions all the way over to it, and they get good numbers over there. And you'll see on this play that I believe it's an RPO because these guys are working downfield. As you play, you can see those guys, they're getting downfield. Again, with that motion, it's kind of a different look. This safety ends up rolling down, and he goes to that arrow really fast, so he vacates that area for that stick. Again, just flips it to him, gets the ball, goes vertical right there with a drop step. Nice, easy gain of 10-plus yards. And again, not sure what they're reading here, if they're reading just this backer right here, but they've got enough bodies on the run to take care of all these guys, and they're working up to both those backers. So again, not exactly sure what they're reading. Would love to hear what you guys think, and I've got a few more clips. Maybe we can decipher it. This is a clip of the same play, but this time they end up handing the ball off. And as you can see right here, corner's still off, safety's off. He didn't roll as hard as he did even the play before, but right there they hand the ball off and they get going. As you can see, a lot of space still there for that stick. Not sure why they handed it off or what was telling them to do that, but could have pulled it, thrown that stick, but they ended up handing it on this one. I know it's a 3 front. I think the other looks that we looked at were all 4 front. So the box here is a little bit lighter, so maybe that has something to do with it, but We also have one more look where they hand it off. It's another look of this concept where they ended up handing the ball off. And right here you can see maybe it's a 3 front. I think it's just a 4 front with this guy being declared as a tight end, so he's working a 9 technique. But as you can see it play, that corner is still off, safety's still off. Box numbers are pretty similar to what they have been, and they end up handing this thing off. So if you would have pulled that, you'd be throwing that arrow out there, getting that completion. One on with the corner, seeing if he wants to come up and tackle. But right there, they end up handing the ball off. Again, definitely could be the numbers in the box, because right there, obviously, they got a tight end. They're staying too high. Numbers should be fine there to run it. Right here, Clemson does a great job playing it, getting off blocks, creating penetration, and getting that guy on the ground for a negative or no gain. And you can see right there, if they would have pulled it off that, whatever the read is, you could definitely throw that out there to that arrow. And obviously, if he runs too hard, hit that snag right there in behind that outside linebacker. But they hand it off. This is a look at one of NC State's touchdowns against Clemson, which obviously their defense is elite and one of the best ones in the country. But right here you can see 20 personnel inside zone, reading this backside safety right here. If he steps down, that opens this area up for that bang 8. So right there, our eyes go right there. See him stepping down, get a good fake. Pop your hips, stride to it, drill that thing through the window, not over a backer. Hits him right in the face, right on stride for a big touchdown. Right here you can see again, eyes go straight right there, getting that mesh from back hip all the way to the front hip. He's stepping down, flip those hips, get that back foot in the ground, stride, use your legs to drill that thing through there. Again, through windows, never over backers if possible. Puts it right there where you want it, away from that defender. Nice easy catch there for a big touchdown. And everybody's freaking out, having a good time at NC State. Here's a look from the first overtime. Trying to get the same play here with this bang 8. Not sure if they're really reading this one, because as you play it, you can see a little bit of split zone going to the left. Not sure if his eyes actually get to that safety. They almost go right there. If he gets those eyes to the safety and see that he's playing off, might hand that ball, see if they can get to the end zone right there. But pulls it. Clemson has a little pressure look. They have an extra guy coming there off the edge. He's going to the C gap. He's going to go right around that. So right there, this is a really good job not taking a sack here. Hey, 3rd and 2. If our guy's not open, flip that thing over his head where it's in completion. We don't want to take a sack right there in that situation. Got to keep a short yardage right here, because we know we're going for it. Clemson's already scored a touchdown. We're going for it on 4th down, so we cannot go to a 4th and 7 as opposed to a 4th and 2 right there. Great job just getting it out over his head. Don't turn it over. Let's move on to 4th down, see if we can get it. Not only with that, NC State also gets lucky right here. They get a little bit of a holding call. Pretty questionable, but right there, obviously a little bit of a tug to help him get to the front side. But I would assume that they should probably let that go, especially in that situation. Let those guys play. Last concept right here we're going to look at. These guys running outs just all over the place. So everybody's running an out, and this guy's pre-releasing the check down right there. So if these backers are flying out underneath it, then they'll go down to that check down. So right there you see that guy's getting a little bit more depth. So that first out, or that second out right there, is going to be open. He puts it on him, goes right through his hands, but right there you can see the concept they're trying to work. So first out, second out. If those guys are widening, now that back's going to curl up right there, check it down, and move on. Hopefully get that first down right there. It's on a 3rd and 2. This is the exact same situation right here. Again, a 3rd and 2. So this must have been on their call sheet that this is what they want to do on 3rd and 2. So again, first out, he's running that second out. Down here, it looks like they run out and they go vertical. So maybe it's just a different way to get to a fade out and then have him come check it down right there. Maybe an option to go one way or another if he's not open. But right here you can see as they play it, they bring one of the middle linebackers. These guys are flying down. 3 safety look right here. So we got a lot of guys over the top of it. So they widen the defense. He's going right there. Again, 3rd and 2. Just get past the sticks. Nice easy throw right there to the running back. Doesn't get much after the catch, but right there, that's all you need is 2 yards. They got 4 on it. So you can see what they're trying to do with that concept. Just stretch everything wide, especially that 3 safety look. There's not nearly as many guys underneath. So one of those guys, as far as just numbers, is going to be there. Easy throw and catch right there for a first down. Keeping Clemson's defense on the field, try to tire those guys out. And then when you come to overtime, 4th quarter, you can take advantage of it and hopefully move the ball a little easier.